Howdy y'all, I'm Anna with Always Right. In today's video, I'm going to be reflecting on the past, specifically like the AuthorTube Newbie Tag 2.0 that I did last June. It's been a full year. I want to see how true my answers still ring for me. I want to see if I've changed any, and I want to see how honest I was during this video. A little spoilers, the video that I'm reacting to, that I'm answering the questions to again, it's going at 1.25 speed because I can't stand to listen to myself at normal speed. So here we are. Let's get on with it. Boop! Question number 1. What is your book's pitch? Now, I have this written down because I don't want to mess it up. But a recent widow, Meredith, is drawn back into gang drama after her brother is released from jail and selected to run for a position of power within the gang. Short, simple, sweet. As you can tell, it's just dark contemporary, just that. So, that is a good answer. That was an answer I gave when I think I was halfway? No, I was only about 35% through writing the book. So that was like the goal. That was the book that I knew at the time. It changed in the next 65% of me writing. Also, this is Project Feathers that I'm talking about. Additional fun fact, Project Feathers is what I'm working on now. I'm trying to get it ready for literary agents in like November-ish. So what is your book's pitch? I would say that this pitch is a good one. It doesn't really encompass how dark, how bad it happens. Gang, you know, you're just like, oh, okay, yay, whatever. No, I would reword it as family drags Meredith back to the gang life. And she has to use every ounce of wit and luck she has to keep her and her brother alive while he fights for leadership. I think that's a better pitch, more marketable. It's the same book, it's a very similar pitch, but that's what I would change it to. Question number 2. If you were a book, how would you pitch yourself? Hobbyist extraordinaire Anna, with Always Right, is turning her life around and reprioritizing by consuming and producing books. And then in parentheses, it would say, finally. If you were a book, how would you pitch yourself? I would definitely change it because at the time of doing this video, I was into a lot of hobbies. I was doing so many things. And now with my work kicking up and me joining like a lot of organizations, especially like volunteer organizations, I don't have quite as many hobbies. I do have more socializing time, but not nearly as many hobbies. Also, a note, this was recorded during quarantine. So I would change it to Always Right follows aspiring author Anna on her journey to traditionally publish. Along the way, there's some vlogs and some book talk, just a wee bit. So third question, let's go. Question, what do you usually write? I started out writing fan fiction and then I wrote very light fantasy books, and now I'm writing just contemporary fiction. And the next 2 books I have planned after I finish the current book I'm working on are also just kind of contemporary adult fiction. Still true, still writing contemporary fiction. My next few books are going to be contemporary fiction. I do plan on, like, in the future, like not right now future, going into fantasy. I don't know if it's like YA fantasy, adult fantasy, but I do have kind of a craving, if you will, to write a few fantasy books. Question number 4. What's something you'll never write? I will never be writing incestuous relationships. And I know that's like oddly specific. Still true. I had to think for a second. I was like, wait, have I actually like broken that creed? No, I haven't. It's still true. I will not write incestuous relationships, at least not in my next 3 books that I plan. Really don't want to write it. Like, it's one of those things that's like, what's your goal for starting an AuthorTube channel? My goal is to keep myself accountable, that's huge. Learn more about the process of publishing as well as my personal process of writing a book. I want to establish writing connections with other AuthorTubers, with other authors, other writers, and lastly, to create content and have an archive for my writing process. So that was 4 things. Pretty good answer. I would say the archive is especially true. I especially like that answer because it's probably the truest of any of them. I did want to like make friends in AuthorTube, especially because I've been watching AuthorTube since like early 2017. And so I'd seen 3 years worth of content basically, and I'd seen quite a few writing trips, and I wanted to join in on some of the writing trips. They just look like a lot of fun. Also, another reason for this AuthorTube is because I was at such a dark point in my life. I really was. I was not at the lowest point, but I was like coming up from the lowest point in my life. And AuthorTube was something that was really positive. It was something I could do. I will say that I'm very glad that I did create this AuthorTube channel, because there have been a few moments like where I've just been really down on myself and I'm like, I haven't accomplished anything. I'm just like wasting my time. Like, what am I even doing with my life? And I'll spend like a few videos worth of time watching my old content and seeing, no, I was trying, I was working, I was accomplishing things. I'm not just, you know, wasting my time. I was having fun, I was learning. And so I'm very glad I created my AuthorTube channel for that. For the making connections, still like top of the list for me. Learning about like the publishing industry, probably like not like a top tier answer, but I have learned quite a bit about the publishing industry from this. For holding myself accountable, I would say it hasn't really done that, which is kind of weird because you look at this and you're like, oh yeah, this will help me be accountable, this will help me keep a schedule. Not always, not always. Let's keep on.
Question number 6. What made you want to start writing? Personally, I have been writing most of my life, and
okay, and then I go back over the same history, so let's skip.
And this last stint going into fiction is I've just been inspired by daily life, by stories I hear, and I need an outlet, and I'm from a small town, so there's not much else to do.
Spoilers. This was not a good answer. This was not a true answer, and I'm sorry to anyone that believed it. I mean, it's a good answer, don't get me wrong, but the real reason that I started writing again is I was at that dark place in my life. I was looking for an escape from my daily life. I was looking for an escape from like my life, and I was looking for an escape from my life. And the reason I repeated that last one is because I was looking for an escape from, you know, like my daily life. I was looking for an escape from my life, you know, being able to dive into a book, being able to produce my own world, my own struggles, my own victories, and trying to escape my life in a sense that I saw writing, I saw publishing as a viable way to make some extra money, to be able to leave my small town, to be able to escape kind of the vacuum, escape the gravity of my hometown. I will say at this time I was not making like decent money at my job. I am making good money at my job now, but at the time of this I wasn't making like enough money to save anything, and it was just very inopportune. It wasn't great, let me just say it that way.
Question number 7. What's your publishing path? Personally, I worked for a literary agent for a while in London, and I want to pursue traditional publishing.
This is still true. I still want to traditionally publish. That's been my goal, and that's going to be my goal for the next year at least.
Question number 8. What content do you bring to the AuthorTube table? What I plan on doing is every Sunday setting out a challenge, setting out kind of a game for myself while I'm writing, and I'll vlog that experience, and then I'll be posting it on Tuesdays. And then on Fridays, I'll be posting more AuthorTube-y kind of videos, like 5 writing hacks that I hate, you know. I'll be doing reviews on writing books, as well as book reviews on older books like Hemingway, Memoirs of a Geisha, looking at those books through the eyes of an author, a writer, and sharing my experience and what I gained from reading that book.
Spoilers, that didn't happen. The reason I included that bit about wanting to review older books like Memoirs of a Geisha, Hemingway, through the scope of a writer is because I did a video, one of the first videos I did, I think it's here. I reviewed Clan of the Cave Bear, the first one, and I broke it down and I said, this is what I liked as a reader, this is what you can do as a writer to achieve this, these are the things I didn't like as a reader, try to avoid this as a writer. That's kind of the gist of the video. The video did really well for me. So going into AuthorTube, I was like, yeah, I'll totally do that. And no, I'm trying so hard to stay very far away from book reviews of any kind. I have a few book reviews that I had on this channel that I took down because I was just like, we don't need this. For the craft book reviews, I need to do that. I have them. It is not hard to read them. I should do it. I just haven't. For what content do you bring to the AuthorTube? My original posting schedule was every Tuesday and Friday, and that was because I didn't really have a lot of work. I now have a lot of work, so I've been kind of shifting to a once a week schedule. I'm trying to go back to this Tuesday, Friday schedule. So I do try to keep that like game for myself, kind of inspired by Kate Kavanaugh's videos, because it seemed like she always set a game for herself every weekend, and she would do a vlog based on that game, you know, like dog pics my writing routine, that kind of stuff. So that's why I mentioned that here. I would say that I've been bringing more kind of vlogging to the AuthorTube table. Let's go on.
Question number 9, what's your biggest writing struggle? Probably one of my biggest struggles is outlining. For example, on the book I'm writing, I have about 5 or 6 pretty big events I plan on scattering throughout the second act of my book, and I don't quite have nailed down the order I want to put them in. I'm definitely more of a pantser with a general outline. I can't sit down and just outline every chapter. Number 10.
That has changed! Oh my god, what is your biggest writing struggle? I outlined for days, baby. I can do that shit. I can outline like every single chapter in my books now. I love it. It helps me sleep at night. Oh, my biggest struggle right now is revision, because I've never done a full revision, so that's what I'm doing right now. So my new answer for this, Jimmy, is gonna be revising.
Number 10, what's your best writing skill? The feedback I've received on a lot of my stories is that I am very good at developing relationships in the story, such as I create very convincing family dynamics, and I can produce very realistic friendships and bonds.
Still true. That's one of my strengths. That's why the book I'm writing, it has quite a few friendships. It has a familial bond, it has a romantic bond, and it has just like a platonic bond. I hope I'm as good as I think I am. I know that I was really distraught when I reread my book and some of the people died that I built bonds with. Spoilers, by the way.
Number 11, what's your biggest AuthorTube question? I would definitely say my biggest question is how to keep producing content so regularly. When I was doing this channel as a promotion for my editorial services, I really struggled with coming up with new ideas constantly for videos, and I think I'm a little better at it now. I'm watching a lot more AuthorTube, I'm watching a lot more BookTube, so I'm taking more inspiration. What kind of inspiration do you find helps you produce weekly videos?
So, spoilers, the answer to this is literally just planning. You watch other people's videos, or you go, hey, I like this, hey, I haven't seen a video that covers this obscure topic. I'm gonna do a video on this obscure topic. That's how you do it. That's how I've done it. I think my biggest issue right now is finding the time to edit the videos. As for recording the videos, it's not really that big of a problem because I can just pop the camera on like I did today and be like, okay, we're gonna do a video. Do it. But it's just editing. It's literally just time management is my issue. And I just gave a speech last week on time management.
So question number 12 is kind of a long one. Are you looking for any new channels to follow, beta readers, critique partners, or other types of writer buddies? I am definitely looking for writer buddies. I'm from a very small town. It was really disheartening when I signed up for Nano last year and saw that there were like 0 write-ins and 0 fellow writers for Nano in my immediate 50-mile area. And I was just like, oh. So I'm definitely looking for writer buddies. I'm definitely looking for channel suggestions. The few channels that I do follow, I started following them when they were much smaller, such as Kate Kavanaugh, Alexa Dunn, Jenna Morrissey, and since then they've just exploded to a point where I don't think they're looking for any more writing buddies. As for beta readers and critique partners, I would be down to be a beta reader or a critique partner for someone. If you're looking for a beta reader or a critique partner, hit me up in the comments and then
I'm looking for writer buddies. I would love to do like a live stream kind of thing, doing sprints, like partner with someone. Yeah, not looking for any critique partners, not looking for any beta readers, just because I don't think I have time, and that's gonna be a different video, so. But as for other AuthorTube channels, I am always on the hunt for other AuthorTube channels. I'm not consistent at commenting. I'm quite good at lurking though, so hit me up in the comments, baby. So real quick on that, when I said I was looking for beta readers, someone like hit me up on my website, because that's the only way you can really reach me. And then I got nervous and I never responded. So I am so sorry if you ever have like submitted a form on my website and I just like ghosted you. It's not intentional. I'm just like hella awkward. And I was just like, Oh no, how do I tell him I'm not really, or how do I tell him I'm not quite ready for that yet?
And the last question, 13. What are you most excited for during this new, fresh start on AuthorTube? This will sound really silly, but I'm really looking forward to kind of creating a visual diary for myself to look back on when I complete this book and hopefully when I get it published.
Still true, still 110% true. That has been one of my favorite things about my channel, is that I can look back and know what I was writing, know what I was reading. That's especially like one of my favorite things about my channel. And I'm gonna try to do it more often, is mention what I'm reading. Spoilers, I'm reading Three Dark Crowns right now by Kendare Blake, I think's her name. But I'm reading that, I'm like halfway through. It's pretty good, I'm liking it so far. But that's still true. That is one of the things that I am the most excited about, and that's one of my favorite aspects of my channel, is that it's basically like a visual diary. I get to see like fun moments with Hera and all that, so I love it.
I'm also really excited for the prospect of meeting more writers, and one thing I'm really excited for is the community. I'm excited to join the community, be part of the community, and be able to help others. And receive a little help along the way sometime.
This is also a good answer. I quite like this as well. I do love the community. I will say that AuthorTube is a special community. It's such a nice community. Yeah, I came from the gaming community, I came from the beauty community. Those people can be like cruel. So yes, the AuthorTube community is definitely like dear to my heart. I love it.
Thank you all so much for watching. This has been the AuthorTube Newbie Tag 2.0.
All right, that's it. Let's get a slightly cuter face. Yeah, no, that's not working. That's not working. It's better. It'll do. Thank y'all so much for watching. I officially tag you if you have had a year between like today you watching this video and when you originally posted your AuthorTube video. I tag you to do this tag on a tag and see if your answers have changed. And let me know down in the comments if you end up doing it. This was really nice. I really enjoyed this. So thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. As always, let's get writing. Bye.